Alright. Okay, yep. Yep.
What are you yapping about? What happened?
Valorant with the team is the title that I'm going live with.
That's a great title for the stream.
Don't know what we're doing.
We're role-playing Valorant. Let's go.
Alright.
I don't know anything about
agent.
the game, but yeah.
Pick your agent, and we can spend the entire time shooting at the other team and arguing about which gun we should be using.
Yeah.
Alright, I think everything's good.
I was playing earlier and I had 2 children on my team, and I kept swearing by
The
accident.
classic.
And they would be like, "Whoa, like calm down." But I wasn't like angry. I was just doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
They're sentence enhancers.
Yeah.
Advanced adjectives.
Yes. GroovyBot fucked up my setup. And now my fucking OBS looks whack.
Good job.
I'm gonna... Oh, you know what? I can fix that, actually.
Move myself.
By doing this. Oh, that doesn't really fix the problem, but okay. Fuck you too, GroovyBot.
Jared, unpause so we can move our characters. Because that's what we want to do.
No, I don't think I will.
Jared doesn't believe in freedom of motion.
Alright, there's that. Not gonna... Where is it?
Are you struggling with something?
Oh yes, I most certainly am. Click.
Click. Do you need help?
Yeah, I'm just gonna remake this fucking thing. It's my OBS being all fucky. Because I had it all set up and then an extra person joined the video call technically because...
GroovyBot?
Yeah, fucking GroovyBot, you bastard. GroovyBot fucked everything up. I'm gonna find the creator and I'm gonna kill him. It's the only solution here.
Wow.
What's that, Emily?
Do you use Streamlabs?
I think it's...
Oh,
There's street... Yeah, I think it's just regular OBS.
Okay, I was gonna say Streamlabs fucking almost never works for me anymore, so
I've
You gonna complete that thought?
possibly.
Jared, this coconut curry chicken meal is pretty good.
Nice.
Oh my god.
What?
Will I be able to take a picture this time? Haiku jumped in the chair with Fable.
Hmm.
You
Is she,
take the picture before
is
they
she
start
gonna
fighting.
stay is the question? Sorry guys, I'm having technical difficulties right now.
I'll go post it. It's kind of blurry, but whatever.
So you look like you're taking a nap on the beach when you like tilt your head down just like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, the sun's out of my eyes. I am completely out of it. And, like I could just picture that the table to your left just has like 2 or 3 beer cans on it and a half-drank margarita. We just can't see it because of the camera angle.
It's like Blake has a spy camera in my house right now.
True. Alright. I think the camera... What's up, honey?
Go look at the picture.
I'm going! Where is it?
Pics and photos.
She's only staying still because Haiku's licking her, I'm assuming.
Yeah, she's cleaning her. I'm just waiting for them to start fighting, though.
Alright. Let me make sure my Twitch stream looks correct. Looks correct.
Emily, how was your trip? I know it's been ages since that happened, but I think this is the last time I've talked to you since then. So
Yeah,
did your trip go good?
It's really been on my mind today. um, yeah, it was fine
Good.
after that.
Aside from almost not having a flight there,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. It was a really nice time.
Good.
Thanks for asking.
Where was your trip to again? I know it was to your sister's, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it
lose
was
my mind.
Portland. Sorry.
Portland.
I really, we didn't spend a ton of time there. So I really wanted to start planning another trip there, but then I realized it was gonna get really cold and I
Yeah.
wanted to go to the beach. So that wasn't it.
Yeah, us Louisiana folks don't like the cold. That is a true thing.
There.
I'd rather be cold than hot.
I'm not messing with anything. I'm not touching any windows on my PC ever again. If my computer shuts off at any point before the campaign ends, we're just stopping. Because I can't mess with this setup ever again.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Done with OBS screwing with me. Alright. That's better. Is everyone good? Is everyone good to go? I know you've been waiting on me, but I just want to make sure everyone else is good to go.
I'm just eating my curry chicken.
I am here.
Oh, because my work PC is not on. Why did I make this decision in my life? To plug my...
Plug your what? We don't hear you.
He deleted his microphone. He messed with his setup. He promised he wouldn't, but he messed with his setup.
Mm-hmm.
It's over for us. I'm grabbing a drink, BRB.
Mm-hmm.
I am still on headset though, so if you start talking shit about me, I will know.
Damn.
Yeah, that's exactly why I got a wireless headset now.
Yep. Jackie knows. Jackie
Mhm.
understands the power, the tactical advantage of being able to walk away and still hear what's going on.
Oh yeah. So Jared, which technical difficulty number is this now?
Did my setup because I was stupid enough to set up my fan at my desk with its power source, my work PC. So if my work PC is off, I don't have a fan. So I had to log into my work PC real quick. And then the second issue, the reason you guys couldn't hear me, is because I, for some reason, plugged my microphone into the USB switcher I use for my work PC. So when I put my mouse and keyboard onto my work PC, it also puts my microphone on there, so I can't talk to people.
Oh.
Yeah, so just a little bit of just some small oversights by me. That's all.
They fought and Haiku bullied Fable out of the chair. Whoa.
All right.
Alright, Jared, what are we doing?
Oh, I was gonna say I might still be like in the process of learning Founder today.
That's okay. I'm
Okay.
not too worried about that. Apparently, I'm still in the process of learning OBS, so
And
I've been
how to
using it
use
for a
computers
year and a
and
half.
wires
Yeah, and
stuff,
wires.
yeah.
Well, the microphone I plugged in that way because it doesn't fucking reach my PC. Because it comes with the shortest fucking wire that's ever existed, ever. For anything.
Wow, that's crazy. And you have it.
Yeah, and I have it. It's specifically mine. The only one that exists. Does anyone have any questions for me or anything before we start? I should make you guys like a party thing. Oh, you know what? It's this one. I should have you guys on this one.
Wait, what'd you say? My computer froze.
I should make you guys a party icon that you can move around the map and shit.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But for now,
The Sour Vintage.
no.
Are wines usually sour? I don't actually know.
It was much bigger than I thought it was gonna be. How do I change colors? Oh, there we go.
I don't know,
Wines aren't
maybe they
usually
are.
sour as they're just like dry.
Okay.
Like sour alcohol is a whole different sort of thing.
Okay.
Well, do they start out sour at all before they ferment and stuff? Again, I don't know.
Let's pretend I know how to draw a circle. Oh, that one's not bad. I'm leaving that one.
Is that where we're starting?
Yep, that is where we're starting at, the Sour Vintage. All right. Do you guys remember any of the framing for the campaign or anything like that? What do I need to go over here? I will take that as a no.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what the hell you said. What'd you say?
Do you guys remember any of the framing for the campaign or any of the story or anything?
What's like
I know Seth doesn't.
Greece.
Greece. This is not Greece. This is
Well,
Thylia.
Whole like theme of mythology and stuff.
True.
That's all I remember.
So, excuse me. The basic premise of the campaign is, so there are a bunch of revered heroes from the past who were called the Dragon Lords. They are the ones who helped civilize a lot of this land. They founded the cities of Mitros, of Astoria, a couple others that you guys will find later. Oh, Aregia as well down here. And also, if my pings are dragging you guys' camera, let me know, because I'll shut that off, because I don't like that feature. I think I have to... Yeah, I have to shift ping. Okay, good. So, the Dragon Lords were the ones who arrived on this continent and helped to civilize it. They initially lived with and in harmony with a lot of the beast races, like the Satyrs, the Satyrs, the Minotaurs, the nymphs, etc. And as time went on, fighting, increased. There was the patron gods of the beast races, Sidon and Lutheria. They would constantly cause trouble. They would try to, wipe out the human races. And the Dragon Lords ended up rising up in a rebellion. A whole big, great war started. And at the end of that, a truce was reached, a 500-year truce called, I don't remember the name of the Oath of Peace. Yeah, Seth, Blake is my backup lore guy. He knows it better than I do, I'm pretty sure. I'm also pretty sure he's read the player guide more than I have.
he's written two spin-offs from the actual campaign.
Yeah, he's already got the next 3 campaigns planned. But so the Oath of Peace, which lasts 500 years, was established between the Dragon Lords, and a lot of the Dragon Lords were wiped out. Sidon and Lutheria aren't allowed to harm the mortal races for 500 years. And so the context for the campaign is this 500 years is coming to a close. So Sidon and Lutheria are starting to take a more active hand in fucking with shit. And you guys are a few different adventurers who are at the Sour Vintage for various reasons. So Blake, why don't you go first? Why are you at the Sour Vintage? And what do you look like? What does your character look like? You don't have to divulge more than your character would, but give us some basics.
So my character is Elena. She is a dragonborn sorcerer, and she is at the Sour Vintage because she was traveling about through various villages. She was supposed to be meeting with someone, but they have as of yet not shown up. So she has been at the Sour Vintage more or less looking for work and trading small labors, working with animals, anything for basically a place to sleep in, a couple of stables, basically any form of shelter and food and things like that. But it's been about 2 weeks since she got there, and she's just been kind of lingering around at this point. She is fairly average in build and size. Yellow scales. The weird thing about her is she does have this ruff of blue feathers along her neck. So that is kind of her, and her clothes, you will note, they are not old and rough, well worn. They have some semblance of wear and tear, but they look like they were recently new. Other than that, they're kind of standard travel garb, something that's kind of cozy to wander around in, but not necessarily meant for a massive trip.
Cool. Yeah, no, that works. Who wants to go next? You have to match. You have to match or exceed the amount of words the previous person used.
So start with Blake?
So Seth's out of the campaign. Seth, why don't you go ahead?
Sure. So you see a diminutive old lady sitting at the bar, covered in rags. Gray hair pokes out of a shawl that she has wrapped around her head. And she is... Help me out here, DM. What's the bar like? Is there a mirror so she can watch the people behind her?
Wait, she?
Yeah.
Is your character a she?
Is Nathan's
Right
character
now,
the only
yes.
guy?
Is this Nathan's harem?
Women.
Yeah, Nathan's harem.
Ladies.
Okay, anyway, so the only mirror there, I would say there's probably a mirror at the bar ends. So when you enter the bar, it's like an L shape for the bar. And then there's like, the flip table at the end that the guy comes out through. And there's like one seat to the right of that flip table that nobody sits at because the flip table gets in the way when he walks through. And there's a mirror there that's hanging at the edge that you can sit at. So it's kind of like a secluded corner, but it's also a little bit in the way.
So that is where my character is.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking at the mirror behind her, or she's looking behind her through the mirror so she can study the patrons of the bar,
Gotcha.
of the Sour Vintage.
Okay. And what's your character? Did you already say what your character was like wearing? Just like a cloak, right?
Yeah, it's an old lady dressed in like rags.
Gotcha. Okay. Emily, you can go ahead.
So my character, Deianira, kind of stumbles into the common area
Excuse me.
of this inn here. She looks pretty exhausted. She's not really. I guess she's probably gonna approach the bar and just get some food in her first thing.
Okay. Any other like striking things about her, like hair color, eye color, like what she's wearing? Anything people would notice as you walk in?
She's dressed kind of. She looks like she might be a priestess of some kind. She has bright, like borderline glowing, silvery eyes, silvery gold eyes.
Okay.
That's really the only notable things about her.
Cool. And Blake, what did you? Where are you now? Are you in the bar? I don't remember if you mentioned.
I didn't mention it because I didn't think about it.
Excuse me.
I'd say that at the moment she is probably sitting somewhere in either at one of the tables at the bar, and she's sitting kind of nursing a drink, but is actually kind of casting minor illusion beside the drink to make a copy of the drink and just toying with the mug.
Mm-hmm.
So she's kind of very distracted.
but she's
Gotcha.
kind of sitting there.
So just kind of like messing around,
Yeah,
like idly.
She's kind of very focused on it, but she is messing around with it.
Gotcha. And Jackie, it's your turn, hon. It didn't pick up on her
Okay.
mic for some reason, but I heard the biggest sigh from downstairs.
Yeah. Alright. A worn and weary Amazonian warrior stalks into the bar. Her violet eyes survey the bar before she takes a seat in the corner, her back to the wall so to keep everybody in her sights. She waves down a bar wench and orders a plate of food and a mug of mead while she plays absent-mindedly with the coils of dark hair underneath her cowl. She's average height, average build, looks very toughened, worn, wearing mostly dark clothes, especially with the cowl, which conceals most of her head, but you can still see her eyes and some dark treads coming through. And she is currently at the inn just to stop by. She's on her way to see the oracles otherwise.
Cool. Does anyone have anyone else? Sorry. No. Anyone have any other
Anyone
characters? Like to introduce your secret bonus characters now, please?
All right, let me get the other sheets.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm hiding from.
Blake's got another like 6 probably. Okay, so it is currently evening. The sun's almost set. There's like a bit of a glow still coming through the windows, but not much. The tavern at this hour, this is kind of a crossroads tavern. You're not near any major settlements, but you are kind of at a road. You're at like the road that leads to like Astoria. You're at the road that leads to Mitros. If people are traveling south to Asteria, they're coming through this way too. So you've got people of all different shapes and sizes. You've got a couple satyrs. Minotaurs and centaurs don't typically associate quite as much, but part of the bar opposite the side of where Seth's character is sitting does have kind of like those wooden windows that you prop up with a stick, so that centaurs can come up, get a drink. There's like an outdoor dining area. There's not too many people out there tonight. But there's maybe, it's a bit of a quiet night. There's maybe 15-20 patrons. Half of them are regulars, a few travelers who are just passing through the area. A lot of people in cloaks. Most people don't really ask too many questions here. It's pretty typical to see, cursed
Bunch
people.
of introverts.
Yeah, a bunch of introverts. I mean, it's not like a big party night tonight. The bar owner and his wife, if you've been here before, if you know of the area, you know that they run the inn, but they don't have any kids. They're an older couple. They're rather loud people. They tend to yell to each other across the bar. They both seem to split the work pretty evenly. One of them will be at the bar, one of them will be bringing food out to people, but they seem to swap places pretty regularly depending on what they feel like doing. But they've been kind to everybody who comes in, but they're not afraid to lay the smack down on anyone who fucks with the bar. And in this area is this bar is also respected as a crossroads too. Like, it's honor and friendship and like guest friendship and all that is really big in this country. So typically, unless the bar is like obviously that kind of bar, like a seedy bar or like one where like fights are like obviously encouraged, typically things are going to be pretty tame at bars, unless you're purposely trying to stir up trouble, and you can get in trouble that way. But there's no like there's a couple of regulars who tend to be, they don't have any specific bounce or anything, but if you're one of the people who's been here a few times before, there's usually 1 to 2 regulars who are familiar with the owners and friends with them, and they'll step in if any problems come up. So like, one of the beefier satyrs is someone who Elena has seen here a couple of times. He'll usually just sit and chat with the bar owners and have 1 or 2 drinks. You usually don't see him paying, but the first night you got there, Elena, you did see that a small fight broke out, and that guy kind of stepped in to help. The only person that kind of stands out to you guys tonight is there is a young woman sitting like right in the middle of the bar, right in the middle of the long portion of the bar, tuning. She's currently tuning a lyre, and she's got like this You know, I don't want to say her hair color wrong. Hold up.
You will be judged harshly if you get her hair color wrong.
Yeah.
Judgment.
Well, why am I even asking? Okay, Blake, what's her hair color?
I
So
don't know.
she
I've never
has
seen her token.
she has jet black hair. Hold on, I'll show you guys her.
Did Blake write the NPCs?
So she's wearing kind of you know, so she's wearing kind of you know, one of those like I don't know what the fuck to call them. One of like the leaflet crown things, you know, it's like kind of goldish, but this is
There's a name for it. I don't remember
there.
what it is.
I don't either, but you see them on poets and bards typically. So with her tuning the lyre, and you know she has like these golden colored eyes. She's probably the only person who kind of stands out.
It's a laurel
but
wreath.
a laurel wreath, yeah. So, but more so than her eyes and the lyre, the main reason she kind of sits out is that she's sitting, you know, facing. And she's not wearing a hood or anything, but she's sitting, facing, leaning her back against the bar. But she's kind of just like looking at everybody, like actually making contact. But at some point tonight, she's looked at each of you, and you guys have noticed. But yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I second Seth's sentiment. Did Blake write the NPCs?
No, no,
Oh, okay. He just knows.
no. He didn't actually know the hair color. He hasn't seen her token.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
I was being serious. I've never seen your token. I don't know.
I was just trolling him. That's all.
Oh, I was wondering. Is that something Blake could probably do?
You know what else is sick? This is a third-party book, so Jackie can't look anything up.
Shut your face. Don't tell Seth my secrets. How dare you?
Seth already knows.
Probably.
All right. So what do you guys
Now
want
he
to do?
does.
I think I gave enough description. It is dinner time, so the barkeep's wife has been, you know, bringing food out to tables. You guys can smell like a hearty stew cooking in the back. Conversation's picking up a little bit. There's a couple of small groups of people who are chatting, but it's a little bit of a quiet night. So, what would you guys like to do?
Where did Dianir say she was?
He is an Ore.
I mean,
Where?
are you in the bar? Sorry.
Oh, where am I? I thought you said what are... Okay, where I'm at the bar. I guess, I'll probably try to get a little bit more food and just take it up to my room.
Sounds good.
Before it gets too late.
So the barkeep's wife is currently balancing like 4 bowls of stew, bringing them out to like one of the adventuring parties that's in the back near the door. But she sees you wave at her, and she kind of like nods at you and says she'll be with you in a minute. But for now, you'll have to wait.
I'm currently still waiting for my food as well. I go ahead and just prop up my feet on the chair next to me and make sure nobody else tries to sit next to me, and kind of just stay in the shadows.
Oh, damn. Okay. Anyone else want to do anything?
I'm going to saddle up to Dianera. How do you say your name?
I'm gonna-
Dianira.
I'm gonna add a house rule with a vowel limit. By the way.
Yeah.
I'm going to saddle up to Dianera and introduce myself. Hello, young lady. I'm Bernice. How are you?
Bernice.
It's nice
I
to
like
meet
your
you.
grandma voice.
I do too. Can't say this is my best day, but you know, I'm here. I'm relaxing to the best of my ability.
Oh. Experiencing troubles, are you?
Could say that.
I'm
Is
thinking
there,
Seth's a creepy old lady.
is there something I can help you with?
I'm just here to make friends.
He's about to ask you for your firstborn. Be
That's not
careful.
There's not much for an old lady to do here in the Sour Vintage.
Except drink.
At this point, I'm going to pound on the bar table with what seems like a lot more force than an old lady would usually be able to put out,
Okay.
and call the barkeeper's wife over.
Okay. So, she has her back turned to you because she's serving that one table like a little toward the entrance, but she kind of jumps a little bit, turns around. But after she drops off those bowls, she does stop by you guys' table, like raises an eyebrow.
Let Bernice buy you a drink, young lady. What are you drinking?
Water.
I think that's a safe choice in this situation.
Water after a troubled day. Are you right?
Yeah, it's just the kind of refreshment that I need right now.
Do I have money?
Go ahead and
Offers to buy drink.
Emily, why don't you go ahead and make an insight check, Emily?
Okay.
Let you make the first roll of the campaign.
Oh. I hope I do this correctly. I'm just gonna click on insight. Oh.
He's got to delete all my extra shit that I did to make sure I was understanding things right.
22.
Whoa.
So you get like, I don't know. I mean, the lady seems harmless. She seems fine. But you get like a weird vibe from her. Like the voice like seems like the tiniest bit forced. Like her walk seems like the tiniest bit forced. Like just like it seems like she's like
Strange old lady.
yeah, she seems strange, but I don't know. Like it's like she's like it's almost like she's a caricature of an old lady more than an old lady, if that makes sense. She just kind of throws you off a little bit, but you do get the sense that she's harmless.
I'm just gonna keep a very careful eye on my drink.
Just in case, don't let it pass into her hands.
So you said you're here to make friends, right?
I'm
That's
dearie.
what brings you here.
So why don't you sit down and tell old Bernice about your troubles?
Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. My fan blew this little like paper onto my arm. I thought it was some fucking huge bug.
I'm being attacked. Help!
Why not? I guess I am here to find help, but I don't know. I haven't been here very long, and I just feel kind of at a loss for what to do right now. Until recently, I guess meta question, should I be bringing this in right now? Like, now the time.
Why don't you wait until the morning when Nathan's here?
Yeah, sure. In that case, I don't really think that my troubles are something that you can handle. No offense. Or,
She's an old lady.
I think it's something I just need to figure out on my own for the time being.
Bernice slides a wrinkled old hand over, whatever the hell your name is, Dianera,
Yeah.
and pats her hand and says, "That's quite all right, ma'am, or young missy. Why don't you buy an old lady a drink? Because I
What?
seem to have no money."
Wait, didn't you just offer to buy her a drink?
I think I'm even less likely to have money. Do I have money?
You might have a couple of coins left, but I think you'd be inclined to save them, because you did already pay for a room for the night and for food, so.
How do we tell how much money do we have, by the way?
So I didn't think about starting money, so I'll make a note and we'll figure that out after this session. But for now, I would assume that everyone has enough money to, enough money or a way to pay for their rooms and board for
I'm
tonight.
not buying a room.
Okay.
Jackie's such a pretty girl.
She's so fucking stingy. Do you know what she fucking did in our first campaign, Emily? She slept in a fucking well for 2 months instead of rent. She never rented a room. She never spent a single penny the entire game, ever. She ended it with like 500 gold. Like, we only made it to like level 5, but she had all of her gold that she earned the entire campaign. She never spent a penny of it.
Nice.
What race was I again? I was.
You were a
the-
fucking a Triton, yeah.
Triton. So what I did
So
was I would
dumb.
just sleep in the water every time we were near like a river or like a well or
I should have just
something.
changed the campaign to a
And then I would
desert.
just
Screw
eat the
you.
algae in the river.
You're in a desert. You'll die if you don't go rent a room right now.
I think my character is efficient enough to camp outside.
Yes.
To be honest.
Yeah. Just keep in mind, out of character, you will need a reason to be back here in the morning.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Breakfast. Why not?
So it's pretty crowded, right? Decently, like 15 so people.
Yeah, like 15, 20 people. You could probably fit, I mean, at max capacity, you could probably fit like 40 to 50. You know, it's one of those bars that when it gets crowded, you know, people are standing, you know.
Okay.
But
one of those.
you could seat 40, but, you know, you could fit more in there. And then, you know, there's some outside seating and stuff like that too, a little bit, but...
Okay. And Elena would know the bartender and his wife at this point, considering she's
Yes.
been trading odd jobs and stuff.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Seeing that, you know, the bartender lady is getting flagged down a lot, she's kind of glances up from her pretending to play with minor illusion and kind of waves at her and kind of mouths, "Did you need help? Do you want me to help?"
Yeah, she'll be like, yeah, you're such a dear, Elena. If you wouldn't mind going and grabbing, Bertrand you can see that Bertrand, the husband, has put 4 bowls on the counter. She's like, if you wouldn't mind bringing those to that back table, and she'll gesture to a few, the satyrs that are sitting in the back. So if you want to do that, that's fine.
Sure.
Do you want to make a roll?
Oh God.
How confident are you carrying?
Drop them all?
Wait, no. Are you gonna carry 4 at a time?
Oh my God. Probably not.
Okay, all right. I won't make you make a roll then. That's fine.
Elena kind of gets up from where she's been sitting and goes around. Obviously, she kind of knows her way around a little bit. She's been lingering around for about 2 weeks. She goes and picks up 1 bowl in each hand and tells the husband, "I'll be back for the rest," and kind of meanders her way over to the group of satyrs at the table. And so she wanders up to them, carefully slots the bowls down, and tells the other 2, "I'll be right back. I've got to grab yours," and turns to go and grab the other 2.
Gotcha. All right. Who haven't I heard from? Jackie, what are you doing? You doing anything
I thought
different
I
at all?
mentioned earlier that I was just waiting.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything else you were doing. That's all.
No, I'm just keeping an eye on everybody basically, and making sure to kind of stay in the shadows for the most part.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything specific aside from, you know, slowly shifting your chair a little further around the table away from the old lady, who keeps inching her chair closer to you?
Yeah, that is what I'm doing actually.
Anyone else doing anything else though before we move on?
Jared, what are my weapons called again? Why don't I still have them? What is happening?
Because I have to I have to custom add them. They don't have them on D&D Beyond, so it didn't import them. But they're called chakrams.
Thank you.
And
No,
you
chakram, not chakram.
Those are
What's that?
what's that,
Emily?
Emily?
I said those are my favorite. Those are so cool.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, Xena Warrior Princess. Chakram. There you go. Thank you, Jared.
So at the counter, so you guys can see that that bard lady is still tuning her lyre a little bit. You guys can hear her make some like really like crappy, like kind of really discordant sounds. Like it seems like she's just like aggressively tuning it. And then she's like holding it up to her ear and she's like twisting the keys and stuff. And then, you know, all of a sudden she just starts playing. This is a little loud. I'm gonna turn this down for myself a little bit.
Oh my god, this is...
Yeah, yeah, I knew you would recognize it. I knew you would recognize it because the first song is from Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh my god, I listen to this song like every day.
Oh, I just found a compilation. This happened to be the first one. But the bard at the counter is gonna, for the remainder of the night at least, you know, the next couple hours, she's gonna play, share songs and legends and stuff. Over the next couple hours, the bar is gonna be pretty quiet aside from her playing. Elena has seen a few different bards come through, you know, to varying receptions. But to you, Elena, for what little knowledge of music you have, if any, I don't know how versed you are in music, but she seems to be, in your opinion, far and away the best that you've heard come through in the last couple weeks at least.
Okay.
But let me, you know what, actually? Excuse me. NPCs. This song is pretty good.
It's really good, actually. I hadn't heard it before.
Groovebot, keep up, it's okay. Where am I? Do I not know my alphabet? No, apparently not. I found her. Alright.
Yeah. I'm gonna...
Ugh. Make a private roll. Yeah, so it's definitely a very good performance. So over the next like 2 hours, she's gonna play. She's gonna go through legends. If you guys, if in character, didn't know any of the stuff I've said about the story so far, the songs that she sings about the Great War and the Dragon Lords and sit on Lutheria, you guys would know this information in character now.
Okay.
So what else would you guys like to do? Anything else for the night? As like the 2 hours, I'll leave it playing, but like as like it's like been a few hours, it's now like fully dark out. The night seems to have passed quite quickly. Everyone's sitting quietly listening to her, and she finishes up like her last song.
Elena just kind of keeps waitressing, going about and helping the bartender and his wife move around. So she's delivering food, refills, things like that. She
Okay.
kind of falls into that.
And you all definitely would notice, you know, this scaled woman passing around between the tables. Just for context, while you might find it weird, curses and other oddities are not uncommon in these lands, even in the obscure places you come from, each of you. Like even you, Jackie, like, you know, the place you come from, all kinds of people ended up there. You know what I mean? And same for you, Seth, like even in, you know, even in like the kind of like the area, I don't want to spoil anything, the area you came from, you know, super not uncommon. Probably the one who would think she was weirdest would probably be Emily, personally. But yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Aren't curses a sign of like dishonor?
They can be, but not necessarily. Sometimes, especially with, you know, Sidon Lutheria, they can be more a sign of, you know, having crossed someone by accident, because, you know, the gods and, you know, magical creatures can be fickle. Sometimes it's just unlucky, and it's usually considered kind of impolite to pry into people's curses and stuff. So, but yeah.
I think my character would keep stuff hidden, to be honest.
That's fine. Anything else you guys want to do? Do you guys just want to turn in for the night and chat a little bit and then wait for Nathan?
Wait, is it coming? What do you mean?
No, I mean like we could play again next week or maybe tomorrow or whenever the hell people excuse me, want to play.
Are we hard stuck without Nathan?
Not hard stuck. I mean, we could do some more stuff tomorrow morning.
Before we leave, right?
But his character's a local, so I want to have him come in before we introduce like the story hook that Emily's kind of sitting on right now. So Because once we do that, you guys will probably move on to the next area. So I wanna
Oh,
make sure Seth
He's
is.
online on Discord now. He wasn't earlier.
Ooh.
I just overslept because it was early for him.
Yeah.
Well,
I should have
Sort of
messaged him
early.
yesterday to check with him, but I didn't think of it.
I actually went and glanced around.
Well, I guess we can. Why don't we take like a few-minute break and wait and see if Nathan shows up. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
Nathan.
Hello.
Woo! Jared's making a sandwich real quick, and then he'll be back.
Okay.
Jared said don't worry about being late. It worked out perfectly because he'll just have your character come in the morning.
Okay.
And he said he's sorry that he didn't remind you yesterday.
I thought it was like gonna be Monday or something. Like I just completely spaced out.
Hey, we got him! What's up, Nathan?
What up? What up?
Yeah, I
like
kind of
woke up.
forgot to, but at least I live with Jared, so he reminded me this morning.
I like woke up and it felt like somebody like kicked me in the leg or something while I was sleeping. I was like, what the fuck? Why?
Maybe you kicked yourself.
Right in my kneecap.
That takes some talent, though. double joints anyway.
Oh,
It's got Skyrim on now.
it does.
Dovahkiin.
This is a good mix. I love fantasy music,
Me too.
especially the lighter ones.
Yeah, it's singing it with her same voice and stuff. It is the Dovahkiin song. No, it's not like that. It's the same like bardic voice and stuff. Did y'all see they're coming out with another version of Skyrim?
Yes.
I hadn't
Game.
heard that actually.
Yeah, it's for their, was it 10-year anniversary or something?
I gotta cash in more.
Right. They're adding like 500 custom whatever things from, I don't know, some mod thing or whatever, and then they're adding fishing. Whoa. And then a couple of other things that I don't remember, but yeah.
Wait,
What,
really?
Jared?
Okay. The only news I could find about it was the fishing thing. I couldn't see anything about like what was going to be new.
Yeah,
Yeah, it didn't look
I
hard.
found it on Facebook earlier. Skyrim 10-year anniversary. Contains the full game along with all 3 expansions. Has enhancements that came out with the special edition and the remaster from 2016. Also comes with the new fishing mechanic, 500 pieces of Creation Club content, quests, dungeons, bosses, weapons, and spells unique to the version. I'm actually kind of excited about that. Maybe I'll replay Skyrim? I don't know.
Yeah, I
Thinking about
really
it.
like if there was enough new stuff, I will buy Skyrim again. Like, don't get me wrong.
Some people have bought it like 5 times already.
I
Yeah.
think this would be my 4th.
Oh my
third?
god.
No, 3rd. Yeah, it'd be 3rd.
I've only ever bought it once because I don't really like playing games on PC and not PC on like PlayStation and stuff when I need to aim, and I need to aim in Skyrim, so PC
Yeah.
it is. But I can definitely understand why so many people have rebought the game. It's so good.
It's aged really well too, like
Yeah.
just in general.
Well, all of the Elder Scrolls games really aged well, in my opinion. Oblivion was
I feel like
so
if they
good.
remastered Oblivion and Morrowind, they could cash in so hard.
Dude,
Oh, yes.
they really could.
Oh my god.
I would buy.
I would buy them if they had better graphics, because I tried to play them. I just had a hard time because I played them really late. I played them after Skyrim.
Oh, I felt like the
So-
story for Oblivion was much better than Skyrim, personally. Jared just
Wow.
said he agreed.
Yeah, I would agree. I never even finished Oblivion though, but it was
Really?
yeah.
Did you
It
do
was
the
more-
Dark Brotherhood storyline?
I did not. I've always heard that like all the guilds are better. Like I really liked the main story a lot more. I don't know why I didn't. I think Oblivion was a lot harder to me.
Oh my god, it was so hard, and I have to admit that I did put God mode on to just get for the damn game.
I definitely, yeah, I would. I think
I
when
just
I
wanted to
first
finish
played
it.
I played it on PS3 like years ago, and there was a bug that if you contracted vampirism, the cure quest was broken, and so I would just burn to death every time I stepped outside, and it was already a nightmare. So
I was just mad it changed the look of my entire character.
yeah,
And then when you did cure it, because I was able to finish that, it was still changed. It didn't revert you back to the way you were supposed to look.
no, that's
Yeah, vampirism. Yeah. Yeah, that's what Emily was talking about. He said it's
in the
still
Game of the
broken
Year
on
edition.
console.
Yeah.
Morrowind was really good, but Morrowind's so hard. like, I couldn't get past the first damn area. And the problem is, like, you can get into areas with super high level enemies that you normally wouldn't in nowadays games. So, say you went the wrong way in Morrowind, then you end up with these, like, level 30 monsters in front of you and you're level 1. It's like, okay, great. Yeah, I wish they would remaster them. I mean, they might as well, instead of making a new Elder Scrolls game, just remaster the older ones.
Yeah.
They'll make bank.
That's what a lot of Skyrim mod makers are doing. They're like trying to remake Oblivion and Morrowind.
Wow.
God, yeah, my friend showed me this game that like started out as a Skyrim mod and they just turned it into a standalone.
Enderall?
I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
I've been playing
like-
Enderall. It's actually really good, by the way.
I really want to try
It's free.
it. It's like, oh, okay, then we're not talking about this.
Oh, never mind.
But also interesting.
I'll link you
I am
that game later.
interested in like anything that was a Skyrim mod and is now standalone.
Mm.
Because I love Skyrim. Let me find it.
You didn't do with that?
I mean, it's possible I'm wrong about it being free. I could just be dumb.
Maybe you got it.
Jared, I don't know if that was free.
I
I thought I remember you asking me about buying it.
Look at my wish list. The Forgotten City.
No, we're talking about different things. There is a free Skyrim. It's like its own continent. It's like a continent-sized game called Enderall Forgotten Stories that's on Steam. It's super, super good. 95% of 10K. Oh, those look sick.
Wait, what are we looking at? Hold on.
Seth's game.
Oh!
She's gonna put them on. So, what are you putting these on?
Alright, I'm adding the Forgotten City to my wish list now.
Nice. It's supposedly a really quick playthrough, like 4.5 hour long game. But
It's got really good reviews.
yeah, that's what I was like very willing to pay $25 for such a short game. If it's
Yep.
it's like Jared. I'm about to ask her. Okay, so I see what you're saying though.
Jared, we don't have a links section anymore, right? Just making sure I didn't post that in the wrong place. You're muted, by the way, I think, if you're trying to talk. Jared!
Seth, what happened to the hat? Yeah, come on now, get serious.
Sorry,
I want- I wanted to- I want the full Seth RP experience, thank you.
Well, then he should be dressed as an old woman right now.
Can you imagine an old lady wearing a hat like this? That'd be dope.
You look like you're about to just kind of whip out a gun. Just be like,
Wild West is
yeah, just a quick draw.
quick draw McGraw.
Hey, we're in a tavern. That's basically a saloon. It's time for somebody to shoot up the place, right?
That's awesome.
Alright, Jared's got his mouth full, that's why he's not talking.
That degenerate. How dare he eat? Doesn't he know
Right.
that's against the rules?
Oh, I forgot to put I'm back. There we go.
Housewind Castle is so good.
Yes, it is. Jared, why did the bard change to a man? Did her voice just get very low?
Don't question my immersion, but is lacking right now. Okay. All right. So one thing.
It's just that talented.
Mm.
First off, hi Nathan. How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Never been better.
Nathan kicked himself in the kneecap while he was sleeping.
Oh.
Guess so.
All right. One thing that kind of flew under the radar during that bard session is Jackie didn't realize, or Elena didn't realize that she actually hadn't gotten delivered her food. She kind of fell into the music for a couple hours and was pretty tired too. So she flags down Gertrude and asks for her food, and Elena is going to go ahead and bring it over real quick while Gertrude's cleaning up.
Okay, so bring it to the bard.
To Jackie's character.
Okay.
Ranger.
Okay. So Elena gets flagged down, and Gertrude kind of directs her where she needs to go. So Elena kind of grabs the dish like she's been doing all night, and quickly slides through all the tavern tables and everything, and comes up to Jackie's character's table.
Oh
and
my
sits
god,
down
it's
with her.
Iris! I'll kill you!
keep
Oh, why did I say
saying it.
Elena? Oh, I'm sorry. Too many E names. My bad. I said Elena earlier.
Elena kind of delivers the food, and she's very apologetic. I'm so sorry. Obviously everything's a little bit chaotic, and the performance was a bit distracting. I'm sorry. Can I help you with anything else?
Iris smiles at Elena and shakes her head no, takes the food and begins chowing down. She was very hungry.
Right. If you need anything, just call me, or Gertrude can help you too. I'll go. And kind of slides away.
Okay. Jackie's character said, "Fuck you."
A little bit. But
All right.
She didn't.
All right.
Didn't say anything, did she?
Yeah, I didn't say anything.
Snubbed. All right. So the night's gonna draw to a close. What is everyone's passive perception? I don't really know everyone's stats.
10.
It's in the garbage.
Oops. Does it say passive perception anywhere on character sheets?
Yeah, if you hover over like the little grayed out number, it does say perception passive.
So is yours 20? Emily?
Yeah.
So what is everyone else's?
I'm
She-
10.
9.
Jackie, what's yours?
What am I doing?
What's your passive perception?
How do I tell you my passive perception?
So, you see where it says perception and then wisdom and then +5?
Yes.
The number in parentheses after it is your passive perception.
Oh, hold on. I'll look at it on Foundry, not D&D Beyond. It doesn't show me on D&D Beyond.
Oh,
D&D
gotcha.
Beyond, it's right on the left, far left in the middle.
Under saving throws.
Oh, did I fucking begin
It's
combat
15.
by some?
Yeah, you did. It's 15.
Okay. So Jackie and so Jackie, you would know that the bard's name is Kira, Kyrah. And Emily, you would know that her name is Kira, and you would also know that Kira is the name of the goddess of music, I think. Goddess of like music and learning and poetry and stuff. And it's pretty common for people to be like named after, you know, Pelor and Mitros. Yeah, that's a pretty common thing. So you guys would know that, just so you know.
Wait, I would know that too?
Emily would, because she has the highest passive perception. I don't think your character would know that. Anyways. Okay, so are you guys just gonna turn in for the night then? It's getting pretty late.
Wait,
Yeah, I
I'm
left the
sorry.
bar.
One more time. Who was named that? The
The bard lady,
The bard.
okay.
the one playing the music.
Oh.
Okay, so night draws to a close. Some of the bar patrons filter out. Some are locals from nearby villages, so they kind of head out. Some people head into their rooms. A couple people, you know, stay in the area. A lot of times satyrs prefer to like sleep under the stars and stuff like that. So there are some kind of like prepared like outside sleeping areas as well. Even if you sleep on the premises, they don't necessarily charge people who sleep outside, but it's pretty common practice to, you know, pay the fare of a room if you're staying in the area, if that makes sense. Just like out of respect for the owners and like, you know, stuff like
Are you
that.
just trying to get me to pay?
Possibly, but I still think that would be what it is. But if you want to go off into the forest, you can. You don't have to. You can be a dick if you want, but you know.
I'm going into the forest and I'm saving bunnies.
Go ahead and make once you.
So I mean, I'm not that stingy.
Okay, if you tip them, then that's fine. But okay, yeah. So night draws to a close. You guys, it's spring. So you know you've got that spring smell in the air. You guys can hear thunder rumbling off in the distance, like, you know, further inland. It's not too windy tonight. You know, it's like a nice gentle breeze, maybe 60 out in the evening right now. So you guys can go ahead and sleep for the night. Take a long rest. Not that you used any spell slots or anything, but
That you know.
Is Kira still there?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Bard.
Yeah, she is. She stays pretty late in the tavern. She has a room, but she hasn't gone up to it yet. She's just kind of sitting there, like idly tuning her lyre and kind of just staring up at the ceiling.
Bernice is going to cast Detect Thoughts on Bard.
Detect thoughts.
Mhm.
All right. So what does she have to do for that? She has a chance to resist that, right, or something? I don't know how that works.
Oh, fine. Let's roll it. Oh yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Uh, 14. She passes, unfortunately. So you kind of like, you cast your spell, you kind of like reach out your thoughts towards her. You don't feel like, you know, there's someone there, but you can't quite get a handle on what her thoughts are. The only thing that you kind of get a glimpse of is you like kind of see like some poetry passing through her head that, you know, lost my train of thought. You see some poetry passing through her head. She kind of glances over at you a little bit, but otherwise nothing happens.
What is her emotional state?
Is her emotional state? She seems pretty content right now, if not happy. She does seem a little distracted, though.
Distracted, like
Just lost in thought. Like, not like bad distracted, but just kind of lost in thought. With the glimpse of poetry you got through her head, you think that she may just be like composing poetry in her head while messing with her lyre. But
Kind of composing a new song or something.
yeah. Oops. Anything else you want to do, Seth?
Where's Dianara?
That depends. Have you gone up to your room yet?
Me? Oh, I'm gonna take one of the sleeping areas outside.
Okay.
I'm utterly unaware of this, like, assumed custom of payment, so I'm not going to, but...
I mean, it's more like if you patronize the like you bought food, so it's not like you're just freeloading. You know what I mean? Like, if someone's coming just to stay, even if they're staying outside, they'll still do something or give something, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, even if they don't have coin, maybe they'll give them, like a small trinket, or, hang something on, or if you're Elena, something to hang on the walls, which, that's something else I can point out about this place is, like, it's almost like a sports bar where there's just things all over the wall, like various trophies and items and stuff like that.
And a flat screen TV? Okay.
And a flat screen TV, yes.
Broadcasting gladiatorial combat.
Yes, exactly. Coming to you live from the island of the Amazons. Who will live? Who will die? Oh, fuck. Maybe clean up the water I just spilled. Let me clean up the water I spilled while cleaning up water I spilled. I fucking made the problem so much worse.
I'm gonna say that Elena's kind of lingering around helping clean and everything, so she's probably gonna linger until a lot of people have left.
Okay. Alright, so anything else from anyone? Seth? You asked where De Niro was?
She went outside.
Yeah.
But, see, Elena's still in the bar, but I don't really care what she's thinking about.
Wow.
What
That's
a
real.
bitch!
Bernice is going to shamble off to the bathroom.
Okay, the outhouse.
Yeah.
Alright, sounds good. Anyone else want to do anything before we sleep for the night?
I tell the bartender and his wife good night after we're all done cleaning.
Okay, sounds good. Seth, do you want to do anything else? Do you want to roll to take a shit or what?
No.
Okay.
Old people,
All right.
constipation. Are you sure you don't need to roll?
So everyone's good if I move to the next morning?
Yep.
All right. So Nathan, how much of an early riser are you? When would you get to the bar?
Probably like a few hours after like sunrise, I guess.
Okay. Oh shit, you know what? I have a program that I was supposed to... I gotta make a note of that. So you know how you can use Discord overlay in games to show who's talking?
Yeah, I was actually looking.
I have a program that makes it so it works with Chrome, so that it can display it to the side when we're doing D&D. Yes, just for people who are watching. And then I was gonna add I was gonna do what I used to do, which was Blake parentheses Elena, just so people would know who's talking and shit, and can match faces and stuff. But I'll remember to do that later.
So was that a short rest that we took?
That was a long
It was
rest.
long.
It was a long rest.
Giving myself my pack magic back.
Okay. I'm sorry, Nathan. Did you answer my question, or did I talk over you?
You said a few hours after sunrise.
A few hours out. Okay, that sounds good. Bar is pretty quiet for the morning. You know, the owners open it up. A few hours after sunrise. I mean, you can go in and do whatever, but there's not going to be anyone at the bar, and it's kind of like the honor system a little bit. They've never really had issues, to be honest. When they have had issues with thefts, it's always been sorted out by the locals, so they're not too stressed about it. There's Danira. Elena, you can make a... Well, actually, whoever...
Breakfast buffet?
Everyone but Jackie can make a perception check.
Why can't I make one?
You don't know magic.
That's not nice.
Sorry, sweetheart. You can make a perception check, too, actually.
I can?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why?
Because I'm letting you.
I did this wrong. Wait, let me change it.
Is that everybody?
No.
Nathan, you can make yours with advantage.
I think I did mine private by accident.
Yeah, you did, but that's fine.
But I'll yeah.
What am I supposed to be doing right now?
Perception check with advantage. All right. So, Elena and is it Raphael or Raphael?
Ill like sick.
So Raphael.
Raphael.
All right, I'm gonna do my best, but I can't promise that I'll always pronounce Emily or Nathan's characters correctly.
Sorry.
So Raphael and Elena are. It's not that they're not observant. They just have shit going on. They wouldn't have noticed this quite as much. You would know. You would both know that they're there, but you wouldn't quite have actively comprehended this. But the other three of you, so Iz and Danira, you guys would notice that, at the bar, above the door, on the door, on the signpost outside, you guys would see small magical runes. People who have passed through over the last 50 years. This inn's been in the same family for a long time, always in a respected place. You would see small magical runes here and there, all over the property, and it would make a lot more sense to you why they're so open, because this is kind of a blessed place. When people can't pay, if they know magic, they might cast a small rune of protection. And, over the course of years and years and years, this place would be, somewhere that's, maybe not actively blessed by the gods, but, somewhere that's, blessed by the community at the very least.
So cute.
You guys would both notice that. Jackie would also notice the runes, but she might not quite understand the magical implication of it. She would understand it's magical, but she might not know exactly why. Hold on. Yeah, thanks. Jackie messaged me. She's like, you say a lot. I do say it a fucking ton. It's like my sentence filler. It's I don't say I say but yes, good point.
Be shorter.
Yeah, it would be. It can also be extended indefinitely.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll work on that. But what was I talking about? Okay, so it's a few hours after sunrise. You guys have kind of made your way back to the tavern. They don't always serve breakfast. Sometimes if they're up, or they'll leave out, if there's extra stew left over, they'll leave it over the fire and people can help themselves.
No breakfast?
Well, there's bread they'll put on the counter, and bread and cheeses, and breakfast is usually a pretty light meal around here.
Does Elena make eggs?
Does Elena make eggs?
She
Do you
laid
make eggs? Oh, what? That's an inappropriate question to ask a young
That is a
dragonborn.
very inappropriate question. I am willing to say that Elena will make breakfast for people who ask as part of her paying
Yeah.
for the room.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So Elena kind of meanders around and works behind the barn doing breakfast and things for people since she's
Cool.
already awake early anyway.
That sounds good. And so a few hours after sunrise, a satyr ranger, a satyr ranger / fighter, I don't know how you would know that, but arrives at the tavern. If you want to give yourself a little intro, Nathan.
Like an in-character intro, or like...
Out of character is fine.
Do it.
However you want to do it. Jackie did it a little bit in character. Some people just describe themselves.
Well, my character is an edgy, quote-unquote veteran of one of the later Titan Wars, and I'm pretty much homeless, and I like I like to be homeless around this place.
He likes to brood.
Like to be homeless around this place. Okay.
Yeah, they have lots of free stuff around.
What's your character look like? What would people notice about you as you walk in?
It's a satyr.
You can hear the clops of my feet.
Feet or hooves?
Oh yeah,
Feet hooves.
feet hooves.
I have toes. inside of
No,
me.
no, I don't want to imagine that. That sounds so cursed. Here, all right. So
How
hold
old
on.
is your character? If he's a veteran.
27.
I'm gonna start crying
Sounds young.
Why are you crying?
at
I'm
this
crying.
music.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
So I'm about 5'8". I have like unkempt hooves that make me taller. I have orange eyes, and my hair is orange too.
Nice.
Whoa.
Okay. So yeah, you guys notice. Are you carrying anything today? Like, did you do any hunting or anything like that?
I'm here with an empty bag in my hand.
Are you about to just go scoop up everything
So,
and leave with it?
Gertrude sees you walked in. She's like, "No luck hunting again, huh?"
No, not today, not today.
How many? So the husband's a little more patient with you, but the wife tends to be pretty sarcastic. She's always gotten a little bit of a freeloader vibe from you. It's not that you've actively been manipulative, but she's like, yeah. So how many days in a row is that? Is that 3 months, 4 months, or what?
Those rabbits, I don't know. I think I just need some bigger arrow tips because I'm just missing these rabbits. I don't know.
You say that, but are you even carrying a bow right now, Nathan? Out of character, by the way.
I think so.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I have a longbow.
All right, fair. She's like, if you strung the longbow, you might have better luck. Just letting you know. But otherwise, she's not gonna say a ton to you. So, do you just want to take a seat somewhere?
Yes. Close
Okay.
to the bar.
So Elena's currently cooking up some eggs and some sausages that she'll split up among people, passing them out to everybody. There's a few other people, maybe just 4 or 5 people who were here the night before. Also, kind of like she has like a pep in her step, but you know, Kira slept outside, but you know, it doesn't look like she slept outside. It looks like, you know, she just arrived from some like fancy palace because like her clothes look fine. She doesn't have any leaves stuck to her or anything. But she like kind of like waltzes in a little bit, just like a little twirly. She's kind of like strumming her lyre and stuff, humming to herself. But she's gonna take a seat at the bar and eat some breakfast as well. Is everyone else in the bar at the moment?
I guess I am.
So Elena, Danira, Raphael, and Iris. I don't know why I keep forgetting your character's name, hon. I'm sorry. They're all in the bar. That's another rule I'll put in next time. No names starting with the same letter. So you guys are all in the bar. Is there anyone else in the bar? Cough. Seth? Is Bernice?
My character's at the bar, but it is not Bernice anymore.
Okay, so you guys don't see the old lady from last night. Do you want to give yourself another
That's
description, Seth?
interesting.
So, people that are looking around the room will see a tall, well-sculpted warrior with a bald head.
Mm-hmm.
And he's adorned in battle gear, so like chest piece, his cod piece. I don't know what that's called.
God piece.
And
His crotch guard.
crotch guard,
God.
sandals, and he has a spear next to him.
Mm-hmm.
And his weird little like leather kilt that they wear.
On a scale of sick person to anime main character protagonist, how ripped is he?
About a 7.
7. That's pretty ripped. I mean, considering how ripped anime 15-year-olds are, that's pretty ripped. Okay, so yeah, anyone want to do anything?
As I'm doling out breakfast to everybody, I pause at the bar, and Elena kind of hands her food and everything, and tells her, "I really enjoyed your performance last night. We get a lot of travelers and bards and everything, but yours was really impressive."
She's very grateful for that. She always appreciates praise. She does, in her reply, it does kind of feel like she's tooting her own horn a little bit. Like she's like she leads off with "I know," like it's that kind of response. She's super nice about it, but like at the same time, the performance was so good you can't really fault her for it.
She's cocky, but she deserved it.
Yes. At the moment, her lyre's on her back, but she's got a pen and an ink pot and a small roll of parchment as well, and she's kind of just like scribbling down like lyrics and stuff. Her handwriting is fucking atrocious, just so you know. Like you can barely read anything she's saying, but you pick out a few words, you assume it's poetry, and you move on, continuing doling out breakfast. Anyone else?
Okay.
Sorry.
Nope, you're fine. I don't have anything.
I'm
Okay.
just watching her. I might not eat anything though.
Okay.
I'm not really sure what to do.
Sounds good. So Nathan, did you want to do anything? Are you just sitting at the bar right now?
Yeah, I'm near the bar. But are the like tavern keepers, are they like paying attention right now?
They're a little distracted, kind of tired. Currently, Bertrand has one of the stools turned over, and he's kind of like fixing one of them at the moment at the other end of the bar. And Gertrude is in like the little back area tending the stew that's going to be dinner that night.
So basically maintenance.
Yeah,
before-
just maintenance since it's chill right now and Elena's handling breakfast. So, why do you ask, Nathan? Do tell.
I want to hop behind the bar.
You want to hop by in the bar? All right. So The
In comes our chaotic character.
I mean, there's got to be at least one. The only one who doesn't seem to really notice is Kira, because she's pretty absorbed in her her writing at the moment. What are you doing, Nathan? Let me know.
I want to start like looking through like cabinets or like open shelves, just like.
All right. You can make an investigation check or a stealth check, depending on how stealthy you want. If you want to do it stealthily, or if you want to try and find stuff.
I mean, he kind of dove behind the bar.
Yeah,
while
he
doling
didn't
out
try to do
breakfast.
it.
I mean, I'm just offering him the chance. If he wants to do a stealth check, he can.
It was a stealth or a what?
Stealth or investigation.
Yeah, go stealth.
Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Often.
So,
This is just like an everyday thing for you, huh?
so you did stealth, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. So what are you looking for, Nathan? Like, are you looking for money? Are you looking for food, drink, what?
I'm looking for a readily available drink, or mostly food.
So you do this very stealthily. So under the counter. So you've been how long have you been coming around here? Like 4 or 5 months? Longer?
Yeah, probably about that long.
So underneath the counter, you find it's like tied, like, you know, those cartoon satchels that you like put on the stick over your shoulder. It's like a little package that you find. How often do you come by it? Like once a week, maybe?
Yeah.
So you do find a little package under the counter that you grab. This is an area you've checked often before, and this is not the first time you found the same package. It's a pack of like granola and hard pack and like things that keep well during the week. A few strips of like jerky and stuff like that.
Somebody putting that there for him on purpose.
Yes. You can continue to look for more stuff, or you can take just that and hop back over the counter, Nathan. Up to you. Stealth check will be with disadvantage now, though.
Okay, I want to fill up. I want to like tuck that pack away.
Oh, and make an insight check with disadvantage, Nathan.
Okay. Wait, you say with disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay, you already failed. So, Nathan, most people would be aware of the fact that this is being left there for you on purpose, because these barkeeps are, you know, even if they don't like you, it's like they take care of the community, you know what I mean? But you have no fucking clue. You just think you're jacking their lunch, and you're so fucking proud of yourself every time you do it.
God.
So, I'm sorry, did you want to keep looking for more, or what?
I just want to take like a pint of ale or something.
Okay. So make a stealth check with disadvantage. The two. So you pour yourself a pint of ale, but you're fairly certain that Gertrude and Bertrand heard the clinking of glasses as you took one of the glasses down. You hop back over, you like slosh a little bit onto the counter, but you grab yourself your drink of ale, you take a seat at the back, but they kind of willfully ignore you for the most part. So okay, anyone else want to do anything? Does anyone else do anything about the fucking satyr robbing the people?
I mean, I'm kind of standing at the bar, just doling out food.
This would be the third time you've seen him with the amount of time you've been here.
So have I mentioned this to Gertrude and them previously and had a discussion about what they're doing?
Yes, you would understand.
Okay.
Okay, but the rest of us would not.
Yeah. But you guys, I think Seth would be the most confused, but I don't think Seth would do anything about it. But the rest of you have enough wisdom, I think, that you would at least understand that Elena didn't react and she saw him, so it's probably nothing bad because you guys do recognize that she seems to kind of work
Right,
there.
if she had
So
been alarmed, I think I would have
yeah,
said
Elena
something.
does shoot him a dirty look for the mess on the counter, though.
yeah.
Just like kind of gives him this like little exasperated shake of the head,
Mhm.
and then goes and cleans it up and continues doling out breakfast.
What music is this? This is like menu music from like Battle Hunters or something.
It does sound familiar.
It sounds so familiar, but I can't think what. It sounds like Persona music almost.
A little bit.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like bard music anymore.
So
Dragon's Dogma character creation. I think that's what it is.
Nice.
I fucking love Dragon's Dogma. Yeah, it's the only thing I recognize in the list here. Okay. So does anyone else want to do anything? Jackie, what are you doing?
I am digging into the eggs and sausage that I got from Elena earlier.
Okay.
Just kind of keeping to myself while keeping an eye on everybody, and also trying to stay out of the light. I'm a little perturbed being in the sunlight.
Gotcha. And you've got like a hood pulled up over your head, right?
I do. I
Okay.
kind of like tug it down a little further.
With Daenerys' passive perception, you would notice that she had that hood up last night as well, and you haven't seen her put it down.
Okay.
Daenerys was at the bar but didn't get breakfast or anything, right?
Correct.
Said she was.
Yeah.
Double checking.
Who haven't I heard from? We heard from Seth, Nathan. I think it was everyone, right? Yeah, we've heard from everyone. Did you want to do anything else, Emily, or are you just chilling?
I guess I'm just chilling. Well, I don't know.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'll chill for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I read Detect Thoughts. So you can initially learn like the surface thoughts of a creature, and then if you go deeper, you have to make the Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so you detected her surface thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would have still gotten pretty much what I told you. You probably would have
Poetry
gotten.
stuff.
Yeah, she was composing lyrics and poetry in her head. That seems to be the majority of what's running through her head most of the time from your look into her headspace.
So, my character is going to cast Detect Thoughts on Iris.
Okay, Jackie, you want to make a wisdom
I
saving
just
throw,
need to
sweetheart?
know her. I'm not probing too deep, just for surface
Okay,
thoughts.
okay, gotcha. I didn't realize it was a choice. Okay.
Surface thoughts, I'm feeling really uncomfortable. A bit distrustful about everybody around me. You can sense thoughts that I'm happy about the breakfast, very thankful for Elena providing it. But otherwise, nothing going on other than that. I'm just thinking about what's ahead.
Cool.
Okay. The warrior is now going to shift his eyesight. He's going to eyeball the homeless satyr and detect his thoughts.
Okay. Is that a spell slot, by the way, or is that a cantrip?
It is a spell slot, but
Okay.
you can keep
It-
using
it-
it until
yeah.
you fail.
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
Oh, that's interesting.
I like that.
Cool. So, what are you thinking, Nathan? Oh, it's like a fucking
pretty
page. I'm not reading
right?
that. I'll just trust you. I don't feel like reading that. I'll look at it later.
I'm thinking.
Yo, I fucking played those barkeeps. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
out who was right. Only who was left.
Fucking history is written by the victors. The war. God damn it. What an edgelord. So cool. Alright. So, how long have we been playing? Like hour and a half? How far do you guys want to keep going?
I
Guess-
got all day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if we're playing all day.
Let's keep going for now until we change areas, and then we'll stop there and we'll do our first dungeon next week. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more. I'm gonna change my direction to 2 more people. So I'm gonna go to Dayanara.
Okay.
I just have to do a wisdom saving. Is that right?
Just surface thoughts.
You don't have to do a wisdom saving throw
Oh,
because he just wants to
okay.
know what you're thinking about right now.
Okay. I guess I just feel kind of lost. Everyone's a stranger, and I don't really know not who I can trust, but who would even be open to helping me. Yeah.
So are you, you're sitting at the bar, you said?
Why not? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Seth. You're going to do the last person, I'm guessing?
Yep. So I'm gonna switch my attention back to Kira and go for surface thoughts.
Oh, Kira again. Okay.
Just doesn't care about Elena.
Not a lick.
Give me 2 seconds.
Alright, after this, we all need to, like, do the phonetic way we should be saying each other's names so I can understand how to pronounce everybody's names, because I'm not sure now.
I'm just going to willfully mispronounce people's names.
Nice.
I've heard Danira, Dayanara, there's a couple of other ones.
He knows who we're talking
Elena,
about.
Alina.
Call me Alina at your own peril there, Aris.
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 Yeah, I'll get you.
Aeris.
Hey!
While you're looking up Kira's thoughts, I'm gonna get a drink real quick. I'll be right back. I will still listen.
Alright, I found one.
Found one, what?
So, here, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. There's like a lot of resources that I can use from the Odyssey of the Dragon Lords Discord server, and I was looking for a specific poem to give Seth. But I'll wait for Blake to come back because I'm gonna paste it in chat.
I'm still here.
Because I'm gonna paste it in chat. Can you read chat from there, Blake? I don't think
I'll
so.
be able to.
I can read it if it's not long.
I will in 1 sec. I just wanna check one thing real quick, so I don't look like a buffoon.
You underestimate the power of my eyes. My charisma allows me to read anything from any distance.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Is that how charisma works?
From
Yes.
any distance.
So,
Of course that's how it works. The force of my personality just kind of gives me the information. But that's not how it works for you all.
He's so confident, the words change when he speaks them.
I'm pretty sure this is the song that plays when you sleep with your partner in Dragon Age.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, Blake.
Mhm.
Pythor is one of the gods, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Pythor is the
thank
god
you.
of battle.
Thank you.
My
Fucking,
God.
I was losing my mind. Well, maybe they shouldn't give them all fucking similar names, okay? There's like 50 NPCs. And then there's the shit they pull with being named after the gods. It's like, hey, here's an NPC named Pythor, but it's not Pythor. Gotcha.
Do you want to
okay,
know the
so,
5 gods' names since it's general knowledge?
yeah, sure.
Okay, so there's Mitros, the goddess of magic, Kyra, the goddess of music and trickery, Pythor, the god of battle, then there is Vulcan, the god of the forge, and finally Valis, the goddess of wisdom.
Gotcha.
And then Sidon, Lutheria, Thylia, Ketamine are Titans. Or Ketamine, whatever his name is.
Ketamine.
Yeah, I'm calling him Ketamine or whatever, but I can't remember how to say it.
So she's currently Seth currently in her head, she is currently composing and laughing to herself about a poem about Pythor having sex with horses. And she thinks it's fucking hilarious.
Nice.
This requires a deep dive. I'm going in.
A deep dive. All right. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. What? Hold on. There, now it'll work. Oh my god. Alright.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it. There we go. I just wanted it to show as her. That's all.
I hate the text not wrapping correctly.
It wraps correctly for me. Right now.
Traffic correctly for me now.
It didn't when you posted it.
Yeah, because I posted it, I copied and then reposted it instead of posting it with the formatting. So wisdom save, you said?
Yes, sir.
I have a gem roll.
But I mean, like, is there a way to turn that off for when we type? Because it's been doing that with everything I've been typing.
You can hit enter. She passes, Seth, sorry.
I don't want to have to hit enter.
Oh my, well then I don't know what to do for you,
I
sweetheart.
can't tell where it's gonna wrap or do whatever the hell it's doing.
I'm sorry, honey.
As soon as I find that she's aware of my intrusion in her mind, I
This-
quickly end the spell and look away.
Gotcha. This song can end any time. Any day now. Oh, it's better, thank God. It's a snake charmer somewhere outside, I guess. Okay. Anything else you wanted to do, Seth? Anyone else's mind that you missed that you want to look into?
No, I'm good.
Wow.
Okay, that's fair. Well, I mean, to be honest, this start is much better than starting off with enslaving a character, so
Yeah.
I'll take that. That's how Blake's
That's how
Blake's
got
character.
introduced, Emily.
Yeah, that's how Blake's character got introduced. He fell out of the sky, and then Jackie's character decided to fucking enslave him in the other campaign they were in.
Enslave him?
Yes, you
But you're-
did. Stop
you
making
did
excuses.
You're a bird.
No, that's racist. What the fuck?
That is racist.
It's racist against birds,
We
Jackie.
saved your life. It doesn't matter.
It's just indentured servitude then.
Right.
Like, don't be dramatic.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just, you know, sorry.
I guess in that universe, a Birdham Lincoln didn't exist.
Yeah. Yes, not involved.
Seth, do you still have your headset on?
He stepped away.
Okay,
I don't
we'll
know where-
wait for him to come back, and then we'll continue.
I'm gonna step away then for 2 minutes as well.
Okay.
Jared,
What's up, hon?
go look at Fable
Where's she?
down here, but just step into the doorway and look down here.
Do I have to?
You don't have to.
It's so far away. It's like 3 steps.
Oh my god. Never mind. She's not doing it anymore.
Oh, okay. Was she being cute?
She had her paw, like, just latched onto the curtain and was sleeping like that. With it up in the air.
What a dumbass. How's Mari?
Good. She's Adam took her with him to Lafayette.
Oh,
She's having
gotcha.
A ball today.
Cool. I was like, I haven't heard her bark or anything.
God, yeah, me neither. It's
Mental
very good for my
health.
yeah. All day yesterday.
I have returned triumphant.
Welcome back.
No, this is the song. I was wrong.
This is the one for sex. My bad.
rumors for?
Oh shit! I
Jared.
totally forgot about the fucking rumors.
Did I write them all for naught?
Oops.
Yeah, what were those? I thought about that after a second. I was like, wait,
Huh.
didn't you say that those came up in the tavern?
Yeah. I mean, let's leave those for now because I don't want to just shoehorn them in. I'll think about them later. But I mean, this start has been pretty good. I like this start. I just totally fucking I forgot I had you guys fucking do that. Jesus. I mean,
like, wait.
even if we don't use them, they were good character building exercise. So.
Yeah.
True.
For sure. Yeah.
Welcome back,
I
Seth.
definitely needed that.
All right, we good? Nathan, you're here, right? Okay. So let's think. How do we progress from here? Kira is gonna come over to you, Daenerys. She's gonna, hop over a couple seats because you're both at the bar. Excuse me. Kira is gonna ask how long you've been away from your, because you're wearing like Precious uniforms, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna ask how long you've been away from. She's gonna ask what enclave you're from.
Oh shit, I don't know what it's called.
Your uniform is from your home, correct? It's not from an enclave, right? Or I mean, I can't remember what we decided. Did you go and train with them like years ago?
It might have been like a couple of months. Yeah. So I guess I might have clothing that like they gave me. I guess that would make sense.
Okay. So I guess a more apt question would be, she'll recognize your priestess clothing, and she's gonna assume you're from the enclave of Versi, like with like the prophecy iconography and like stuff like that. And she is gonna ask you if you were there when Versi made the recent prophecy. I don't know if your character would know anything about that. If she doesn't, then Kira will tell you.
I was not there, but I do know what you're talking about.
Is anyone else
Yeah.
sitting at the bar, by the way, that would overhear this? Or nearby?
No, not me.
Elena probably would.
Yeah, Elena's doling out breakfast at said bar.
Okay.
Yeah, drop on the big group.
Okay. So Kira kind of assumes that most people know the prophecies at this point, like, because it's been a couple of weeks since, the prophet made her prophecy. Let me go see if I actually can paste it. Helps if you spell prophecy correct. I had the campaign book open, but I closed it. This song is nice. I tried searching the campaign book for the words "the prophecy," and it highlighted every instance of the word "the." It was 34,000. Oh shit! I just want the prophecy itself. Give it to
I
me.
want the prophecy.
Yes! The Witcher song!
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see. Does it list it here? I'll check this one spot, and if I'll just summarize it if I can't find it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and summarize it. So Kira kind of, she's not like a quiet person to begin with, but she does kind of talk to the bar at large, so you guys would all hear this. But she talks about the prophet, the oracle, Versi, who's someone who's, she kind of talks her up as like someone like, blessed by the gods, chosen by the gods, who sees all futures, pasts, and presents. And she has recently put out like a prophecy that has all of the cities and towns on the countryside abuzz, about the coming fall of Thylia, great doom and destruction, and even the fall of the five gods, and but Versi also says that great heroes will arise to fight evil, and that there are chosen ones among the heroes in Thylia who will stand to stop the whatever destruction is coming. She phrases it much better than I do, I promise. But yeah, so she kind of goes over the prophecy, and I'll paste that to you guys later, once I find it, because I know there is a copy of it. But so she kind of goes over that, but you already knew a lot of that anyway, Danira. But go ahead and make an insight check.
Jared, I do overhear the conversation, by the way, because Iris got up to return her dishes to the bar.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, yeah. So Kira seems exceedingly genuine to you. She seems like someone you can and maybe should trust. She just has like this kind of glow about her, like, of kindness, of trustworthiness. And she seems to
everything right.
She seems to also have like a deep understanding of the prophecy, and you also maybe even suspect that she might be able to like, point you in the right direction with everything that's going on.
Great. Okay. Is there anything else that she wanted to ask me? Or, I mean, is she like kind of, does she look like she wants to tell me something, or like was she just curious about?
She was just curious about you, because she knows that a lot of people have been adventuring to see Versi lately, just because of the prophecy, and they want people to confirm that, they want her to like basically tell them that they're the chosen one. Everyone wants to go see her and find out and shit like that. So she was just curious if you were there when the prophecy happened, because she's also while you're talking about like, she's also like got her pen hovering above her paper. She's also a chronicler. She loves to take down stories, turn it into an epic poem and stuff like that. So she was kind of hoping. I mean, she seems a little crestfallen that you weren't there at the prophecy, because she's been kind of hoping to find someone who was there, because she hasn't been able to go see Versi yet. But she also mentions that she's on her way now to go see Versi, because she wants to see if she can get into officially chronicle the words of the prophecy, like from her.
Oh, okay. Well, you might have some difficulty doing that.
So, she seems a little confused as to why.
Well, you should know then that,
Are you trying to say this like quietly at all, or are you just...
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I guess she's
Okay.
kind of the first person in the room that I've really, like, I guess felt comfortable around, or like someone, just anyone that I can divulge this information to, I guess. I'll just say the Enclave, just the other night, there was a siege, and I was one of the few people that escaped. I came here as soon as I could. It was the first safe place I could find, but I don't know what state it's in right now. I honestly came here to find help, but I didn't even know where to start. So, yeah. I don't know if you're gonna be able to reach anyone there when you get there.
So at the moment, the only people in the bar are you guys. There are a couple of satyrs kind of leaning that you can hear chatting like outside, but they're kind of at like that, like kind of like outer bar area. Bertrand has put the stool down. He's not working on it right now. He's in the back. Gertrude is outside chatting with the satyrs, just getting news of like the surrounding area and everything because there are a couple of locals. But it's just you guys in the bar with Kira at the moment. But while you guys can't overhear what Danira confides in her, when Kira realized you weren't there for the prophecy, she took out her lyre, started strumming it. But one of the strings snaps, like as you tell her it was under siege from what she could only assume were, Sidon Lutheria's minions or whoever, it doesn't matter who. But that's a cause for great concern, even to anybody, honestly, because Versi is protected by the gods. But it's enough for you guys to notice that she definitely seems like something seems off because the room goes silent, like right after you tell her that. But she kind of glances around at the people around her, and she kind of takes out one of her scrolls, and she goes back and she rereads something that's on that scroll. Danira can see that it's from what little she can tell, it's probably just a transcription of the prophecy, but the handwriting's still pretty bad. But she kind of reads it, glances up at you guys, reads it again, glances up at you guys, and no one's saying anything, but it's kind of awkward. And then she just kind of Kira just kind of laughs a little bit to herself, and then she kind of jumps up and she's like, okay, let's go, everyone. And she doesn't offer any explanation to any of you, and she's also not spoken to anyone but Danira, so it's another awkward silence. What do you guys do?
Go where?
Oh.
Where are we going?
So it takes 20 seconds, but you break the silence, and then Kira's like, well, we're gonna go free the prophet, obviously.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Great.
She's like, can you imagine how cool this will be if I write all this down? This would be such a sick poem.
That's one way to think of it.
And if one of you dies, that'd be so tragic. And she just seems way more overjoyed about that than she should be. She's like, but if you don't, imagine what that would mean for the prophecy. But the rest of you are pretty confused. Does anyone else have anything to say?
Would I have known she's speaking to me as well?
Yeah, she's kind of she's a jittery person. She's kind of whirling around, talking to each of you.
Is what I'm wondering.
Yes, she makes eye contact. She winks at you when she makes eye contact as well. But she sweeps up Elena, and she grabs Elena's hands, and she's swinging around a half dance, and you were holding a plate of eggs too, but she's somehow balancing that just barely, and then she kind of lets you go, and you barely catch it. But okay, what else do you guys want to do? Does anyone else have a reaction at all?
So I was in my chair leaning back with the front two legs off the ground and my feet up.
Mm-hmm.
And upon hearing that, I withdraw my legs off the table, and you guys can hear the front two legs slam onto the floor of the tavern.
So she has announced that we all need to go and save the Oracle, right? That's what she said, pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty much what she's trying to say right now. She expects you guys to be way more caught up in it than you are, because she's a very excitable person. But yeah.
So Elena, after desperately catching her eggs, kind of looks at Kyra and then Dinara. Is that how you say it, Dinara or Dinira?
Dayanira.
Do you even know
Dayanira.
anymore?
I do. I just like I don't. Okay.
Okay, Dayanira. So
Yeah.
she kind of looks between the two of them, and she's got this kind of it's a worried expression, but she's also kind of looking at them a bit skeptically, like, isn't this something that you should be going to Mitros or Astoria and looking for military aid with?
That doesn't make a good story, though. A good story needs an underdog.
But
And she like kind of whirls around. She keeps trying to convince you guys, and she's like, imagine how, like, we've got everything we need. We've got a bow, and she holds up. She kind of like grabs Nathan by the shoulder. She's like, we've got a bow, and we've got muscle, and she grabs Seth, and she's like, and we've got these weird circle things, and she holds up like one of Elena's chakrams that she somehow has in her hand that she like grabbed. Iris. One of you's got to change your name. Wait, there's a new curse that's been added to the world. The curse of name changing. Iris, she grabs one of Iris's chakrams and she's like spinning it around her hand. And then she's like, and we've got, a prophet and scales, and she just doesn't know what to say for you. But she's still very excited.
I think the best stories have a happy ending, and underdogs don't usually get those happy endings. Besides, the prophet's rather important. Are you really sure that we should be rushing off as a group of amateurs? And not that I'm going anywhere.
But who else is gonna go? Do you see anyone else around here?
People pass through here every day.
Yeah, but like now though. But like right now.
I will agree that this is urgent. I'll chime in and say.
Right, where would you be traveling to again?
It's like 2 days away from here. It's like you just have to walk like 20 miles. It's not a big deal. The Prophet's Enclave, or Oracle's Temple.
Oh, that's where I need to go anyway. All right, I'll go.
I stand up and say, the deadliest weapon in the world is a marksman and his bow.
Answers the call to action. Time to return to the war, if I must. What about you, Seth? What are you doing?
Caught up in the moment, and I am ready to go.
All right. So anyone who's not ready to go, Elena, you're now being faced down by 5 varying levels of excited people, and she's like, Kira grabs your hands again. She like clasps them between her hands. She's like, "Do you really want to make eggs forever?"
I've only been here for 2 weeks.
Do you really want to make eggs for 2 more weeks? She's like, you can make eggs. She's like, she like picks up the plate and like she's leaving to walk out with the plate of eggs. She's like, we can go right now.
And Elena
come on. It's like that Rick and Morty meme. It's like a quick 20-minute adventure, in and out. We'll be right back. I promise.
So Elena like looks after her eggs and is just like, okay, fine. Let me tell Bertrand and Gertrude that I'm leaving. I was planning on leaving soon anyway. But if we can't handle it, we're going and getting real help.
Okay, that's fair. Why don't, if it'll make you feel better, why don't we tell Bertrand and Gertrude to send someone to get real help while we just go directly there? Does that sound good? Because we can travel faster if we just leave now. Yeah.
All right, I'll tell them.
Okay.
And then she kind of slinks off to go and tell Bertrand Gertrude that she's apparently been conscripted.
Conscripted again. You can't avoid it. There's got to be some level of conscription in D&D. Sorry, that's just how it works, I guess.
Nah, it's fine. Elena's pretty agreeable most of the time.
Blake loves to be forced. But
all right.
I grab my spear and I dink it against my codpiece. Dink, dink. That's a... Let's go.
Gimli and my axe. Anything else anyone wants to do on the way out?
I give Gertrude a hug. So thank you for the place to stay.
She's a little gruff about it, but she's clearly appreciative of the help. They'll be sad to see you go. Anything else anyone want to do before we end for the day?
I'm gonna thank her for just getting this into motion because I was very overwhelmed about past events in the last few days.
And as you guys are leaving, Kira will, oh, the video actually ended. I didn't think we were going to be playing that long. I should cue a bigger one. Kira will play, a song of heroes as you guys start to head down the road, a couple hours. It's going to take you'll get there probably, you're traveling the whole day plus most of tomorrow. You'll get there in the afternoon tonight, depending on how fast you guys go. So, okay. When we pick up next week, we'll roll to see if you guys get a random encounter on the way, and then we will have you guys arrive at the Oracle's Temple, and that'll be our first dungeon.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Owen Wilson, wherever his name is. Does anyone have any
Seth,
questions?
Is your character a changeling? Or whatever the hell they are?
Don't spoil it, Seth. Don't answer her. This is how Jackie is. She wants to be spoiled so badly.
She does.
She hates secrets so much. It's not even
I
funny.
like to try to figure things
She does it in
out.
TV shows. She's like, does this character die? She'll ask me.
This is what's happening.
She asks me in like book 1 of like Harry Potter, does Dumbledore die? It's like, no, I'm making something up, but that's how you are.
It's my way to the front. Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I do.
Yeah, that was fun. That was good. I have high hopes for this campaign. Is there anything I need to figure out? I guess we can do the rumor. I'll think about the rumors, and I'll get the voice chat thing set up that I was gonna do.
I feel like you could tie the rumor stuff in with the Oracle Temple.
Probably, or maybe just like you guys' first like campfire chat, I guess,
Or
tonight.
that, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out next week.
We need to know how much money we have, and then
Yes,
Yes.
money too.
our epic pass.
Yep.
I mean, I haven't done mine, but everyone else may be done.
Money, epic paths, rumors, and voice chat overlay. I think that's it. That's good though. Alright, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna take a little break for a bit, and then I'll probably play some Valorant later on. But I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for hanging out. It was fun.
It's fun, guys.
Guys, this
Bye.
was so fun.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.